20th, 2026, approximately 7:16 a.m. on that eastern side. We done flipped the poles, so it might be western. Then again, y'all know I don't know. Now, this is part two, right? The hospitals are involved, part two. Okay, so earlier I came on with the live and we pulled from the family to see what kind of family members could be involved and what kind of hospital involvement could they have. We got a few messages from the 13 family members that we pulled from earlier. So now we're going to broaden the message with the tarot deck to figure out what kind of messages are we to receive from the hospital being involved. All right. All right. So on that birth certificate, they put my name in all caps. They put your name in all caps. So that means they was standing on business when they put our names in all caps. So we finna stand on business. I'm Damika. It's time for hashtag Lost Souls Tarot Cards, our portals to truth. So let's go ahead and stand on some business. So while y'all welcome y'all self in, thank you for all that just support. All support. Thank you for all support. The dislikes, the likes, the comments, the ones that don't comment, the ones that subscribe. Just thank you to you all. Thank you to you all. We're almost at 500 subscribers. I got to go out there and get me some little balloons that say 500. I'm excited. I was excited off the first subscriber. I was excited off the 100. I was excited just to be here. Okay. So we're going to go ahead, ring the bell. We're going to welcome in some more energies and get some messages from the hospital that's saying that the hospital is involved, but we want to get some messages from the hospital. So we're going to first pull on tarot, and then we're going to pull on, after we pull on tarot, we're going to pull on some zodiac signs here, okay? Because again, we're going to get some messages from the hospital here. After we pull on the zodiacs, we'll get something out the oracle deck, and then we'll also pull on the Neanderthals to see what kind of messages we get from them. So again, thank you all for coming in. Welcome to the frequency. If you see anybody coming in negatively in the comments, do not comment. Do not let them siphon your energy at all. I read all the comments at the end of the transmission. And yeah, let's ring this bell and welcome in these energies. All right, thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. We are now ready to receive the messages that we're going to receive revolved around the hospital is involved. So these are messages that are going to come out from the hospital. What is the involvement with the hospital? Give us clear and concise messages. 13 portals of the tarot deck. Thank you. Ashe. All right, let's see what's going on. What kind of messages are we to receive from the hospital and their involvement here? Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. We're looking for 13 portals. We're looking for 13 portals, okay? So the hospital's involved in something. Let's see, and we're going to get some messages here. So the hospital is saying something that was experiencing a transition that's not happy and filled with regret. Right, so the Six of Swords energy is coming out, right? The hospital that's involved is saying that this transition is the result of decisions that they made in the past, forcing them to leave something behind in order for them to move forward here. So moving on is the ideal option for your future. Reconciling after a fight, finding stability, move to a new road. You've learned your lessons, okay? So the Knight of Pentacles is here, right? The Knight of Pentacles is also here. So the Knight of Pentacles is saying that the hospital that's involved is saying that they had hard work. It was a time of utility, service, and responsibility. They took the steady approach to achieving their goals, okay? They encouraged diligence, reliability, methodical approaches to their endeavors, okay? They were sticking to routines and daily rituals within this hospital, okay? All right, so another message from the hospital is the Emperor energy is coming out here, okay? So the hospital involved is saying that this is about a masculine energy who's in authority, all right? He has structure, or it has structure, control, establishment of order and rules here, security that comes from a stable foundation. So the hospital that's involved is saying that there's a Five of Cups energy who is emotionally disappointed right now. It's a process of mourning. There's grief here. So the hospital involved may have caused loss or grief or disappointment, emotional disappointment. They were focusing on what has been lost instead of what remains here, okay? So for portal number 5, the hospital that's involved, the Knight of Wands energy is coming out. And they're saying that they were straightforward, right? Whatever they had to do, it was for you to have time to get away and travel. You were ready to get things done. You should feel charged and full of life, adventurous, and can find things to do. Start creative projects with lots of energy and enthusiasm. Balance life with realistic, well-rounded views here, okay? You want to impress others with knowledge and skills. Complete important tasks and never a dull moment, okay? So the hospital is also throwing out this King of Cups energy here. And right now, the first major or the only divine major message that we got is revolving around an Emperor energy here, okay? So they're saying that the King of Cups is here, right? You're focused on your creativity and your emotion and your unconscious. The unhospital was involved because the hospital was involved because you're able to create, right? You're able to use your emotion and unconscious to restrain your emotions and be fully in charge of impulses and feelings. The hospital was involved because you're able to balance between intellect and emotions. They're involved because you're calming and compassionate lover. Your wisdom leads to respect and admiration here, and you're realistic about your your finances. Okay, so then the fourth swords is coming out reversed here. And so the hospital is involved because you're willing to rest and relax, but your mind is too active here. So someone might be having doctor, and just because it says hospital, it could be a doctor, it could be a nurse. You have to be able to decode things in your own realm here, okay? So, and that's a conversation. Someone who's portraying as a doctor here, or someone who is a doctor here, or a nurse, or does medical exams. Okay, so take what resonates and leave the rest. Or we could just be figuring out how this story is about to play out here, okay? Because we got different messages from the hospitals that's coming out here. So right now the message is saying that there's a feeling of being overwhelmed. Too much is depending on someone, okay? You must have awareness of your own strength to decide when to back out. Don't fight it, surrender it. Self-love is a must. It's time for rest and retreat. Okay, so we're going to get a total of 13 tarot messages, and then we're going to broaden the message with our with the oracle deck here to see how we can get some more information out of the hospital's involvement here. But right now, this is messages coming from a hospital involvement here. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Ashe. So we still need, we're at portal number 7. We need 6 more. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, okay. And we'll take the first 6 that we see. So the hospital is involved. The hospital is involved due to death here. Okay, so it could be in a physical sense, or it can be in a spiritual, emotional. Take what resonate, leaves the rest. But the hospital is involved because you're letting go of the past. You're transforming. You're ending here. There's a change. This is the natural end of cycles here. Transformations that lead to new beginnings here. Okay, remember that King of Cups that came out. Now the King of Wands is coming out here, right? So the hospital is involved, or sending a message of pure energy, not focused on too much imbalance here at all. Okay, you take ideas of others as your own because you're a natural born leader. So when you take the ideas of others as your own, you then give them back their idea with the power invested in you. You know what I'm saying? You implement their idea, but you don't take the recognition of their shit. You're a natural born leader of all people. You take the lead here. Okay, you get an adrenaline rush that's associated with solving problems. You're very generous here. You stick to goals to ensure it comes to reality. You look forward to all sorts of challenges here, okay? I'm not a big fan of the hospital, but I'm liking the messages that I'm receiving, some of them. The hospital is involved. So the hospital is saying that focus on the Ace of Wands energy, your inspiration. There's new opportunities here, growth, spark of a new idea or project, enthusiasm for new ventures, and creative inspirations. And these can be messages pushing you towards, so you don't have to go to the hospital here, so they don't have to be involved. But we're going to broaden the message, okay? So we have the Tower that's here. So the hospital is involved because there's a breaking down of old structures, and there's sudden change here, okay? Upheaval, revelation, unexpected disruption, chaos that precedes transformation is here. For portal number 12, The Wheel of Fortune is reversed. So somebody, I'm laughing, but I'm like, yeah, the hospital is involved. And I'm saying hospital, but you have to decode it for what you have to decode. So, like, in my mind, I'm thinking that there's some insurance fraud, or there's some like fraudulent doctors out here when I see the Wheel of Fortune reversed here. Okay. And I feel like the tower is telling them that there's sudden changes that's happening within the hospital community here, okay? And I'm getting all these different energies that are coming out from within the hospital community, or those that are involved in the hospital community here. So the Wheel of Fortune is reversed here, okay? Right under death here, and right under emotional disappointment, loss, grief, okay? So this luck is not on their side. Whatever is going on with this hospital involvement, luck is not on their side, and misfortune follows, okay? This is external influences like karma that they can't control here. Like, you know how you got scientists that believe that they could just manipulate energy, and they really fucking can't. So don't cling to illusions of control, okay? And they were very delusional and illusional with their control with some of these hospital involvements here, okay? What goes up must come down. So there's a failure here. Fate is always in motion. Learn to accept and forgive, okay? So we got the whole suit of pentacles coming out here, and this is all over finances. So the messages with this hospital involvements is it was over finances here. Material world, suit of pentacles, that's your earth element there, okay? Sorry for saying something's not trying to come out, okay? Stability, all things worldly and materialistic. This is based around your security, health, and prosperity. So the hospital may involve because of your whole suit of pentacles, your health, your prosperity, your finances here, but they only base it around materialistic things here. Greed, jealousy, miserliness here, unbridled ambition at the cost of others. So the whole suit of pentacles is saying they've been concerned with long-term future career investments here with the hospital being involved. Okay, so now I'm going to show you all 13 portals before we try to broaden this message and get a better, clear, and concise message come on out here, because we had different messages coming out here. So with divine and spirit, you want to be as clear as you can, so that you could so that you can understand what the hell divine and spirit is trying to tell you, while divine and spirit is still decoding this shit. It's like a game, you dig? So what up, y'all? Let me show you what we got real quick. Y'all know I read them comments at the end of the transmission, every single last comment. All right, so again, the hospital is involved, and we're definitely going to broaden the message. But we got 13 portals here, 13 messages here, okay? I'm going to let you guys look over it real quick. And if you were here during the beginning of the transmission, if there's any of these portals that you want to open up before I tap in, or while I'm tapping in, feel free to comment below, okay? Feel free to comment, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with that Emperor here. We're going to start with the majors here. So the Emperor, Death, the Tower, the Wheel of Fortune reversed, all right? I always like to start with the major divine messages before I tap into that minor bullshit that's playing out in our physical reality. So the minor arcanas, okay? The minors, okay? Let's go ahead and get the Emperor. Let's get some more information revolved around this Emperor here. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. We're going to go ahead and pick up this Oracle deck here, and we're going to get some more information revolved around the Emperor, right? The hospital involvement around this Emperor energy, this masculine energy, could be male, could be female. Emperor, I think, is Aries energy. Security that comes from a stable foundation. Ashe. All right, we want at least 4 for this Emperor. For all of them, we want at least 4. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. So the hospital is involved here. Somebody's saying, I have not falsely accused anyone. Okay, this is for you to decode whatever's going on in your realm, okay? Somebody's also saying, I never left you. Just close your eyes. That's the universe. The universe is saying, whatever's going on around this Emperor energy, I never left you. Just close your eyes. I have not falsely, or you, whoever's in this Emperor energy, you have not falsely accused anyone. The hospital's involved, though. Revolving around old world gods here. This emperor energy, the underworld is here. Okay, so your old world gods is based around the underworld here. The hospital is involved. Judgment and morality. All right, so the underworld, we look at it as a scary place to be, right? Especially when we look at movies and things like that. So the spiritual meaning of underworld, let's learn. Judgment and morality, retrieve lost ones or lost knowledge, overcome death and loss, a place for judgment, a stage for the soul's journey, passage like the 12 gates, okay? Confront inner demons, life, death cycle, mystery and hidden wisdom, hidden aspects of life, transform and rebirth, unconscious, and shadow work. So around this emperor here, you had a lot of old world gods who came from the underworld, right? This is what I'm getting from this, right? Who came from the underworld, and they entered your life. Around this emperor energy, they entered your life. Some kind of way the hospital is involved here, okay? The hospital's involved. I don't know. Give me some more. Give me some more. It's a place for judgment. Whatever's going on, the hospital, the doctor, the nurse, somebody that works for that. What is this? This is tarot. Sorry. Somebody that's involved in a hospital here is affecting your authority, your structure. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. They want control. The hospital wants control. Who's ever involved with the hospital wants control over you. They want to know about your hidden aspects of your life here. And they're going through a life and death cycle, as we all do here. They're going through the dark night of the soul, as we all do. The hospital is involved around this emperor energy. It's saying walk through the creek and find a cabin, but beware of shapeshifters. Yeah. Yeah. You got some demonic shit going around this emperor energy here. They have STDs, spiritually transmitted diseases. Yeah. So, yeah. What is this? Talking about from 83 million years ago. Something about New Zealand drifted off. Okay? The hospital's involved. You have everlasting wealth. That's why the hospital is involved. You know what they say about the hospital fucking with our birth certificates and shit like that? First of all, it's certain entities of us that shouldn't even had a fucking birth certificate, right? We are truly divinely connected to the land. So it's this thing that called birthrights and birth certificates and social security cards where the hospital be getting involved here. But see, you have everlasting wealth. See, they create these goddamn secret trust accounts and shit like that. That's why I say they put my name in all caps. They were standing on business, right? New growth is here. New growth is beginning here. Stay the fuck away from the hospitals. If you can, stay away from them, because suicide is knocking. Death is here for something that's going on with this involvement, with this fucking hospital revolved around this emperor energy. There's a doctor involved. I'm looking at Grady, Armstrong, Blakely, Kenny, Kareem, Karen. We're going to get up off this emperor energy. Yeah, my ears are ringing. Harder. Yeah, harder. All right, we're going to go to the death energy now, okay? So with this death energy, the hospital is involved because you're letting go of the past. See, hospitals, I don't fuck with them. I just don't, okay? Because my experience with hospitals is they do the opposite of helping you grow. Emotionally, physically, socially, spiritually, they do the opposite. They make you weak. They give you the medicine. They give you all these goddamn diagnoses and shit. And it's good to find out what's wrong with you, what's going on, but it's best to try to let let divine and spirit regenerate your body for you. Eat as healthy as you can. Keep your mind as clear as you can. Keep your spirit as clear as you can. Surrender all them diseases and shit and return it back to sender, right? But death is here. The hospital's involved. Well, what a coinky dink. Death is here and the hospital's involved. So let's broaden this message here because you're transforming. There's endings here, right? So many folk be afraid of death, but that is the ending for you to transform into the new you, right? Everybody dies when you go to fucking sleep. This is the natural end of cycles. Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. The hospital involved around this death that caused loss, grief, disappointment. Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. We'll start with that. So the hospital is involved around this death because they were targeting women chosen to channel energy. There were the fortune is reversed. Something about Virginia here. What y'all looking at? I see Virginia. What are you hiding? Virginia, what y'all hiding? Right? Something based around women chosen to channel energy here. The hospital's involved based around a death here. The demiurge is destroyed. Right? So they're steady trying to cling on to illusions that are no longer here. And that's okay. They have to remain in that fucking world that's tumbling here. So we got communication. The hospital is involved. They were communicating about a death, or they were communicating about a loss, grief, disappointment, or they are. This is the process of mourning here. They're transmitting information, trying to detect coding systems here, okay? Unintentional, intentional, verbal, nonverbal. They communicating based around women who are chosen to channel energy. All right, the rise of the rise of the internet was their downfall, for sure. They thought that the rise of the internet would help them out. Fuck no. But see, here's the problem with the internet. We got so much information that's out there that people are over consuming. I'm one of them, right? But you got to know how to balance that shit out. That's why I created these tarot cards right here. And that's why I write a whole lot. And that's why I create, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to learn how to balance out the energies that's coming to you and the information that you receive, because it can cause floods. Floods are here, right? You can overflood your third eye. And that could be fucked up. A fucked up position to be in. I've been there. That's why I'm smiling. That's why I'm laughing. You'll get through it and you'll go through it again, right? But yeah, be kind to yourself, because floods are here. With whatever this hospital involvement, my nose is itching. Whatever's going on with this hospital involvement, I ain't even got no more damn tea. Floods are here. So this is cleansing, purification, renewal, transformation that washes away old habits, old belief systems, and feelings. Make way for renewal. Yes, somebody comment below. Make way for renewal. Purify our depths here, okay? Growth. Destruction is here. The floods. Okay? It's time to detach from thoughts to receive your messages. All right? To detach from your thoughts in order to receive your messages here. Based around this death here, it's time to let go of the past. It could be something involved in the hospital where you're attached to those thoughts. Maybe somebody passed away, the hospital was involved, but you're still attached to that feeling of that loss or that grief. So you have to detach from that in order to receive your new message and receive your new life. They dictate your spiritual purpose. They are dictating your spiritual purpose. The hospital that's involved, yeah, based around women chosen to channel energy. They're dictating your spiritual purpose. It's causing death. South Pole done flip. If you ever pay attention to the beginning of my videos and y'all wonder why I be like, it's 7:23 a.m. on that eastern side, but we done flipped the poles, so it might be western. I'm talking about the hemispheres, right? North Pole now, South Pole. The goddamn Antarctica melting like a motherfucker. All right, this motherfucker that came out before, but somebody I don't even want to say that bitch, this motherfucker's name right here, right? But why are you so relevant? The hospitals are involved. You got death, you got grief, you got disappointment, you got the wheel of fortune reversed, right? Her and her husband. But somebody got this on their mind here. Okay, or they be in the energy too, siphoning our energy and shit. These names might be involved: Rose, Victoria, Derek, Gabrielle, Taraji, and Shawnee. Okay, there's a ladybug. A ladybug is here. Um, the hospital is involved. The ladybug is saying, I give you abundance, positive change. You are graceful transformation. You are protection, so you are protected. Avoid lack of focus and being passive, not dealing with your emotions, okay? I give you good luck and spiritual guidance when in fear of change or difficult situations, okay? We got a mineral that's coming out here. So the hospital is involved. Death is here. There's a mineral. Opal is a mineral that does not have a crystalline structure. It's a gemstone and a rock, but not a true crystal. So you got people that's out here fake. Yeah, fake, like diamonds. Naturally occurring substance with a specific chemical composition and a highly ordered structure that may or be crystalline here. So you got minerals out here, a mineral. Equal protection under judgment is out here. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna have to look that up. But that it got something to do with a hospital involvement and death. Equal protection is under judgment. Yeah, because ain't nothing equal with their protection. You have to understand they only care about their kind. We are considered civilians. We are not of them. I'm not a fucking civilian. We're citizens and shit. You know, I'm not a citizen. But when they do that whole birth certificate and the whole social security number shit, oh, they absolutely forced us into being citizens. Oh, yes. So now, something about the hospital's involvement around death, they're undecided, fickle, irregular, and they're changing here, okay? Thank you for commenting that, Jade. You the bomb.com. Make way for renewal. We got human brain waves. The hospitals are involved, right? Because of your human brain waves. You have the ability to bridge the gap between different states of consciousness, which facilitates spiritual experiences. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta, theta, spiritual insight, EEG, electroencephalography, okay? Different frequency ranges. That's why the hospital's involved, but death is here. It's the, and last but not least, return to Satan now. Return to Satan now. Ain't that crazy how that closed out? Because you're affecting women, chose to channel energy. This is death is coming your way. The hospital was involved. All right, so now we're going to move on to the tower. We got the tower, and then we got the Wheel of Fortune reverse coming out. So the tower is here, right? There's a breaking down of old structures. The hospital's involved here. There's a breaking down of old structures, okay? Sudden change and upheaval, a revelation, unexpected disruption, chaos that precedes transformation is here. Excuse me, gotta fix the girls. They be all over the place. So we got the tower here. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. We're going to get information on the tower here. Let's cut her in half. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Ashe. All right, there's sudden change here. We already know this, though, because the hospitals are full of fucking, look at this shit, envy. There's a breaking down of old structure here. Envy, the sin of jealousy over blessings and achievements of others. They know that we are starseeds. They know that we are chosen. They know every goddamn thing about us. This is why when we born, let me explain something to you. Destiny Swap 101. When we're born, they take your footprint or your handprint, and they got these goddamn fake ass Harry Potter bitches out there, big head ass scientists out there that then go and study you. They know every goddamn thing about you from your motherfucking asshole all the way to your goddamn eyeball. I mean, they know everything about you, okay? They know everything about you, right? So envy is here. They're jealous of spiritual enjoyment and advancement, right? It's a spiritual battle. They have no compassion, resentment, and division. There's doubt, and there's an unhealthy relationship there, okay? No disrespect to the African people, right? But you notice how your healthcare fields. I don't know why I'm receiving this message, but go check on your folk that's in like the the old people, old folk home and shit like that. Go check on your folk that's being cared for by people. No disrespect to the African community, no disrespect. But you all are known to be in medicine, right? The witch doctors, right? Witchcraft doctors, right? So no disrespect to you all. You all have controlled that sector of the hospitals for quite some time there. And it's all been out of envy. See, there's a difference. That's why they want us to say African American and shit. We're not the African American ones. And this is beyond race. Yeah. This is beyond race. All right. This is way beyond race here. This is a spiritual battle here. And a lot of Asians as well too. Even some of your black people that they call themselves black, the black like boule, they done went to the college, they done did all this, they done sold their goddamn soul and their mama soul to get these goddamn degrees and to be in these goddamn fields here. Stay the fuck out their establishments. Period, point blank. Stay the fuck away from them. It's envy and unhealthy relationships that they are dealing with within themselves. Right? So he's back. Yikes. Whatever's going on in the hospital around this tower, that's why this tower is here, because he's back. Yikes. All right. There's a mirror ritual to summon a vengeful spirit that they're using in the hospitals here. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's time to demand more. Excuse me. It's time to demand more information about your health. If you are going to go to these goddamn hospitals, demand more information about your goddamn health. What's the most natural way I can take charge into this disease, this sickness? Why the fuck I always gotta take your medicines when I can regenerate my whole goddamn motherfucking body, bitch? See, they do shit like this here. It be one family and they be all part of the same family here. And you got the doctor that's gonna prescribe you all the fucking medicines to cause the disease to kill you, right? And then they got their goddamn cousin, sister, wife that got this holistic practice over here that when you ready, then they gonna send you over there so they can try to rehabilitate your ass and steal more money off of you. You dig what I'm saying? But then when you go to their rehab centers and shit like that, they still giving you natural medicine that's fucking you up in the mind. Yeah. Tidal waves are here. For this hospital involvement, this is the tower. The tidal wave is here. Intense and impactful need for life changes, right? The fear of the unknown is here. Inner turmoil, emotional charge, overwhelmed, okay? Spiritual awakening, minor and major issues of anxiety, stress, or feels drained. External chaos is here. You're welcome. Okay, that was for the tower, the hospital involvement. Now we're going to move on to the Wheel of Fortune. And then we're going to pull out some Zodiacs to see if this message resonated with any of you all within the Zodiac world. Somebody tell me I ain't got no more tea, goddammit. I keep trying to drink the fucking tea I ain't got. Then ran out of tea. Not me, motherfucker. I got tea for days. All right, so we got the Wheel of Fortune that's coming reversed. Luck is not on their side. Whatever this hospital involvement is, it's letting go of the past here. Luck is not on their side. External influences like karma. Fuck your science, bitch. Karma is here. It's taking control, okay? Don't cling to the illusions of control, but they did. Okay, so thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Give us some more information on this Wheel of Fortune reversed energy here. The hospital is involved. Ashe. Then we're going to pull on some Zodiacs. And again, oh, well, damn, thank you. And then we're going to pull out some poetry for Neanderthals and get some messages from the Neanderthals. Shout out to Poetry for Neanderthals. I haven't played this game the way it's supposed to be played, but in this tarot community here, we're going to pull out some messages with the Poetry for Neanderthals. So let's figure out what's going on here. The Wheel of Fortune is reversed. Oh, well, look what comes out first. The Akashic Records. The hospitals involved, like I told you, they know everything the fuck about you. They done tapped into your Akashic Records here. This is the compendium compendium of all universal events, interconnectedness of all souls, divine consciousness, collective knowledge, all human experiences, past, present, future, all entities and life forms. And some of you have created it to where they're only allow you only give them certain information now. You know how to pull back your information and your energy. Shout out to you, collective. And you want to know what else is so crazy here about the doctors? We got the Wheel of Fortune reversed here. Thank you, Queen Op, for making your comment. African doctor took my tooth out. I'm suing. Why they care? I asked them. My daughter was going to the doctor there. Give me a second, y'all. My daughter went to the dentist there, and they pulled 4 of her wisdom teeth out. And even before that, they pulled a lot of my teeth out in the back. But on a spiritual note that I'm on now, I asked them to give me her teeth. You know, they told me they couldn't. And you know I wanted to act the fuck up in that office. Y'all know I did. But I've always acted up out there. So I said, well, why can't you give me her teeth? You know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all to have them. I want them. Or I want her to have them. Fuck me having them. I want her to have them. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, that was just weird to me. I couldn't get a direct answer as to why. It was for proof that they took it out for insurance purposes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the Wheel of Fortune is reversed because holy sites where seekers can engage in rituals, meditate, and divine have been compromised. So the hospitals are involved in that. The Wheel of Fortune is reversed here. I have not closed my ear to truth. The hospitals involved, you got an energy that's saying, I have not closed my ear to truth here. Okay? This is karmic retribution here. Their Wheel of Fortune is reversed because, their Wheel of Fortune, the hospital that's involved, their Wheel of Fortune is reversed because you have not closed your ear to truth here, okay? This is karmic retribution for them, okay? This is causes from past actions, whether good or bad. My fucking ear always get to itching, both of them. It has an effect on present and future. It's transformed through personal growth or positive actions here, okay? So karmic retribution is here for the hospital's involvement, and on top of that, the Wheel of Fortune is reversed here, okay? So we got your towers are divinely protected throughout this whole process here. So even though luck is not on their side and misfortune is following them, what goes up must come down. So everything they took from you is to be rendered back to you. This is spiritual protection here. Strength. You no longer have danger or threats. This is divine support, a safe haven. It's time to trust the universe because you've been compromised, okay? The hospital compromised you. Luck is not on their side. Failure is here. The Wheel of Fortune is granted to you, though. Look at that fucking shit there. They ain't got no goddamn Wheel of Fortune. Due to them, see, fate is always in motion. I just told y'all, let me hold sign. I just told y'all ass you about to get back every goddamn thing this hospital took from you. Right? Energy is the most important fucking thing. Fuck money. Fuck money. It's the energy, god damn it. So your Wheel of Fortune is granted. Luck, destiny, change. Have an open heart and mind to the power of the universe and the power that you have within you. Trust the path of spiritual growth and wisdom will be revealed, baby. Woo! Motherfucking oil came out. The hospital is involved because of the oil, right? Enlightenment, the melanin in you, the melanin they're extracting from the goddamn realm. Oil, enlightenment, and wisdom, blessing and divine approval, metaphor for God's provision, purity and protection, was never supposed to be extracted from the plane. Y'all call them planets. Wheel of Fortune is reversed for these goddamn hospitals involved for extracting our goddamn melanin, goddamn it. And then now you wonder why they come out with all these goddamn beauty products and shit like that, and goddamn fuck you, bitch. The hospitals involved, the Wheel of Fortune is involved because you have not committed adultery here. And even if you did, that shit is in the past. I hope the fuck you did it. Right? But if you did, that shit is in the past and you let that energy go. Right? So the Wheel of Fortune is reversed for anybody that's committing adultery. You dig what I'm saying? If somebody's saying that energy, they with that energy, they want to be with that energy, then let them be. If y'all got a situation where y'all don't work it out, yeah, y'all dip and dabbled, and it is what it is. But to cheat on someone and to know that you're cheating or breaking someone's emotions and their energy and shit like that, siphoning off their energy and shit like that, that shit is played out. The hospital is involved because of your inheritance here, okay? Okay, your inheritance is imperishable, undefiled, unfading. It's a passing down of assets, properties, or rights from one generation to another. Okay, their wheel of fortune is reversed though. You're getting your inheritance back. Mm-hmm. You have not made anyone cry intentionally and with harm. That's why their wheel of fortune is reversed here, because you're shattering all illusions. That's why their wheel of fortune is reversed here. The color white here, the hospital's involved to fuck with your goddamn seventh chakra here. Peace, serenity, faith, wholeness, transformation, and enlightenment here, okay? Let's see, the wheel of fortune is reversed here. The color of a crystal can affect how attractive it is to you. Color plays a role of the energetic and healing impact of crystals here. Don't cling to the illusions of control here. Maybe something is illusion, like you're looking at something with these eyes, and you need to start looking at something, or maybe you did. You're able to see shit with these eyes and this eye here. God damn it, whether it's in color or not. And that's why the hospitals is involved here. Because it can affect a crystal. The color of a crystal can affect how attractive it is to you here. Right? So maybe some of us, the hospital's involved because they wanted you to have a certain eyesight to see the illusion for what it is, to be all nice and spectacular. Fuck that. No. Color plays a role of the energetic and healing impact of crystals. Right? No. Don't fall for the illusion. And then ending out is spring and summer, light, sun, life grows. So expect something revolved around this wheel of fortune to be reversed here. Something's going to come to light during the spring and the summer here, where the light and the sun is coming out and life is growing. Not during this time of death here, winter, death, sadness, grief. You know what I'm saying? No, is whatever's happening, what goes up must come down here. Whatever fate, whatever is happening in motion here, you're probably not going to find out until around spring or summertime. And don't forget, let me hold something when you find that shit out. Information in the description box. I'm dead ass serious. But I'm not, but I am. All right, so we got our babies out. We've brought in the message here. Okay, let's get some zodiacs out here. We're at 42:59 on that timer. Let's get some zodiacs. It's really an astrology deck. It's some constellations in here, moon cycles, zodiacs. It's all kind of shits in here, planes, whatever. Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. What kind of messages are we to receive from the astrology deck? I keep saying the zodiac deck. Shit, you never know. Star systems in here. Okay. All right, so overall, what's going on with the signs? Thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. Overall, thank you, divine. Thank you, spirit. All right. I got Sagittarius in the energy. Sagittarius is here. Focus on your adventure, optimism, and your communication. Fire signs are here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay? Reminding us of our temperament. Be stable, okay? Remain adventurous and self-aware. Energy, passion, transformation. You're very loyal. Sagittarius, heavy on the Sagittarius again. Sag is in the energy here. Yeah. Your spirit animal is an owl or an elk here. We got Virgo in the energy coming out here. Focus on your practicality, hard work, and your self-discipline. All spirit animals of the sun bear zodiac has come out here. All earth signs has come out here. All fire signs, all earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, twice for the Virgo here, 3 times for the Sag. We got a Libra that's coming out here. Focus on your balance, your social interactions, and your fairness, okay? We got Capricorn coming on out here. Capricorn, focus on your ambition. Focus on your responsibility. Focus on your practicality here. We got all water signs coming out. God damn. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces here. Aquarius coming on out here. Aquarius, focus on your uniqueness, self-expression, unconventional thinking here. We got the equator. The equator is here bringing balance, right? That's the perfect equilibrium between day and night, light and darkness. I got a Leo that's coming out here. Aurora, I'm a July Leo. Aurora, focus on your creativity, your charisma, your self-expression. Pluto done came out here. Aurora, Pluto saying rebirth, transformation, shedding the old, okay? And then we got Mercury coming out. We got Gemini and Virgos here. Mercury saying, I rule over Gemini and Virgo. So all air signs was the only one that didn't come out. We got earth, we got water, we got fire. Well, we did get one Gemini and we got one Libra. But damn. That was good. All right, now we're gonna get some messages from the Neanderthals here. Then we're gonna read this. We're gonna read the comments, then close out the portals, cut the cords with our prayer. So thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. What kind of messages are we gonna receive from the Neanderthals? Ashe. So remember, they're gonna come out with certain words that you have to decode here. We got the hospitals involved and all kinds of shit that's here. So thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. What kind of messages are we going to leave off with? Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. I'm looking at a foot, Bigfoot here. I'm looking at foot or Bigfoot. Something about a balloon or a water balloon fight here. A sleeping giant that they waking the fuck up. All them sleeping giants. Your mountains, those are sleeping giants. They all waking the fuck up. They all waking up. Something about sleep though. Belly, yellow belly here, yellow belly here. Something about popcorn, microwave popcorn, and hand or handshake here. Email scam here. Cup or a sippy cup. How many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do 9. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. What kind of messages are we to receive from the Neanderthal? Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. We need about 5 more. Thank you, Divine. I'm looking at a boil or a hard-boiled egg. Somebody might got a boil. Somebody might like hard-boiled eggs. They power hungry. Something about hungry. I'm hungry. I ain't gonna lie. The fuck my stomach over this bitch. Hospital involved. We need 3 more. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Spirit. The hospital's involved here. And that's 3 more. We got something about tall or a tall order. You're the peacemaker, right? Positive energy always creates elevation. They're scared of that shit. Shout out to Rashad Jamal, whatever's going on with that situation. I know that's not my master teacher. I'm not attached. Knee socks are here. Magic carpet ride is here, okay? I know that's right. And then we got street sweeper. You got the street sweeper out there. I'm trying to tell you. Something about a nose job or a nose, okay? Y'all have to understand, overstand, and understand that a lot of our cosmic, mysterious, mystical, unknown beings, they have taken 3D form, y'all. You understand me? They have taken 3D form, and they are not playing when it comes to us at all. All right? So my content is so that I can have a connection. I wrote this shit down. My connection and love that I have for spirit, the divine, and myself, okay? I want to have an interaction reminding all of the energy and power that they have, that I am being a vessel to deliver messages in various forms, okay? So that's what I make this content for, okay? For lost souls, those that feel like they are wandering, you know what I'm saying, like me. I ain't no tormented soul, but I am wandering and observing through this bitch. And I'm reporting everything the fuck I observe. Ain't no such thing as a goddamn snitch. The fuck I want to take on your goddamn problems and your energy for. So let's go ahead. I'm going to let y'all read over this while I read over the comments. And then we're going to cut the cords and close out the portal. So Miss Royalty 42 said hi. I got what up, baby? I got God damn it. Look, Donald 7366 said hi. Sarah Guest 97 said hi. Cher Bear, what up, love? Said hi. Kim West said hi. Tammy Durham said hi. Alexis Gibson said yes. Cher Bear said hi. Alexis Gibson, my bad, fucked your name up. Said I know, right? Jade Marie Boyer said make way for renewal. That's what's up. Jade Marie Boyer said the following: you are right on the money. And I was in one of the hospitals that are involved. And this hospital is called Claxton Hepburn Medical Center, and they are going down. Jade Marie Boyer said in Ogdensburg, New York. Queen Op said, African doctor took my tooth out. I'm suing. Let me hold some. I know that's right, though. Always loving seven said, all the teeth my son lost, they gave me. I know that's right. J. Marie Boyer said, yeah, it was just in the paper that the hospital is getting shut down because they are going down financially. They almost killed me and a few years ago and have karma coming. Alexis Gisman said, honey, I got you. Always loving seven said, yeah, locked me out and said I was married. I'm not even married. I can't wait to get the case over, along with the law enforcement. Alexis Gibson said the following: a hundred. Always loving said, I got you. Alexis said, gotcha. That's what's up, y'all. Always loving said, trolling. Alexis Gibson said, a hundred. Always loving said, I did just one right in here for the third time. I love your style, and it's always love sent back, as always. All right, so now, and this is genuine, authentic love. I ain't got to meet you, but this is real love here. You feel the frequency. All right, so let's go ahead and cut the cords from these energies and ring the bell, get these energies on out of here, and then I'm gonna come back on here a little bit later. All right, but yeah, let's cut the cords and do it with a prayer. Remember, anytime you dealing with any type of divination or anytime you come on social media, period, make sure y'all fucking pray and cut the cords from everything that you done attached to or tried to attach to you. So you can use this prayer that I'm getting ready to, so you can say your own. Here we go. We rebuke all spells, rituals, and castings that are not of the highest frequencies of source love consciousness that may have been projected our way on all timelines, planes, and dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly. Anything and everything that we are connected to spiritually, physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, and ethereally, they are all protected. All is transmuted into whatever the fuck was sent to us. And then it's sent back to its source because we are already sovereign and free. Any agreements and contracts that we may have agreed to while we were being on lower paradigms of existence of consciousness, they are all cut, they are all ended on all timelines, planes, and dimensions, consciously, subconsciously, and unconsciously, knowingly and unknowingly. I am sovereign, you are sovereign, we are sovereign. It is done, it is done, it is done. And so it is. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Much peace, much light, much love. But especially that motherfucking darkness. And y'all know I'm talking about that dark matter, right? When I say darkness, right? All right. And it's always peace in. It should have never been peace out. Stop taking y'all pictures like this, right? It's a deeper meaning to why they want you peaced out, right? Put it back in. Keep that third eye wide open. Tap on it daily. Tap on it daily, but don't cause no floods, all right? I love y'all. I'll see y'all later. Much love to y'all in real life. Peace in.